channel. I am Rita. If today is your first time on my channel, you are welcome. Kindly subscribe, share, comment, like. Don't be a stranger. I promise you there's so much you can learn on my channel. So today's video is all about what you should pack, what you should not pack when you're coming to the UK. After you've gotten your visa, you're ready to go. I know it can be confusing because probably you don't know what is allowed on flight, what is not allowed. So that's why I'm making this video to guide you, to make it easy for you. So the first thing you might want to consider is when you're booking your flight, you have to go through the flight guideline, see what is allowed, what is not allowed, because sometimes you are allowed minimum of 2 boxes. There are certain limits of weight you are allowed to carry, so you might want to consider that, so that it will now help you to guide you not to exceed the weight and all that. So another thing I usually recommend is that you might want to weigh your things. Whatever you want to bring, you might have to weigh your boxes. You get a weight and then weigh it by yourself. It's better than getting to the airport and they weigh your stuff and you have to like remove things, send some things back home. It can be really frustrating, and it can make you disorganized, make you to feel a little bit weird about your journey. So another thing you might probably want to consider is to pack early. I always advise that you pack early, because sometimes we tend to forget things. You might want to bring this one, bring that one, and you forget it. When you come here, you now remember, oh, I was supposed to bring this. So it's usually good that you pack early. Maybe your flight is a week, you could start packing early, so that in case you forget any important things, you have enough time to remember and then put it back. So another thing you might want to pack is your hand luggage. Hand luggage is very important, because this is the luggage that will be with you throughout your journey. So you might want to pack essential things that are really important, like your document. Guys, document is very important. It has to be in your hand luggage, because this luggage will be with you throughout your journey. And the other boxes you might carry, you will probably get them when you get to the UK. And sometimes you can missing boxes, stuff like that. So you wouldn't want to miss your document. Trust me, it's not funny, because you need to apply, you need to go through process before you could get them back. So you want to carry your documents, arrange them, fold them, all those your important documents: visa, passport, cars, whatever document, that credentials, documents that are really important to you. You want to carry them in your hand luggage. Another thing I usually recommend is that most times the flight is usually 2 ways. Sometimes you have to stop in some place and then pass the night, then continue your journey. So you might want to consider adding some of the essential things like toiletries, change of clothes, things that definitely you will need. You have to carry them in your hand luggage. So this is very important, guys. Before anything, just remember your document. Another thing that you should not pack, guys, you see clothes. You don't need clothes. I'm not saying come to the UK naked, or don't come with any clothes at all. I'm just saying don't overpack clothes. The truth is, when I was coming, I packed so many clothes that I ended up not wearing, because number one, the weather here is different from the weather we are used to. I packed thinking that I'll come and pay people here and show them that I've arrived, but at the end of the day, guys, the clothes is still in my wardrobe, so you don't need them. So you might probably want to pack like maybe 2 trousers, 3 tops, few tops, or undies, anything that could you could use for the meantime. Then when you come over here, definitely you are going to buy a new set of clothes, so you just want to pack few clothes. And then probably the next thing you might want to pack is native, because probably here is quite difficult to get native, and you want to probably order from online, from Nigeria or wherever you are. So it's always very expensive and stressful to get them. So you might want to pack few native, but just don't pack box full of native. Keep space for some important things that you might probably want to pack. So that's it. No clothes, no winter clothes. I know you're coming, you might think it's cold, is all that. But trust me, you wouldn't need all those winter clothes that you bring here, because sometimes you come here, you might see beautiful affordable winter jackets, so you probably don't need all those winter jackets. You just need maybe a sweater that when you get to the airport you change into it, probably because you're trying to, you know, get used to the weather, so you probably need a sweater. So that's it, guys. Another thing you should not pack is toiletries. You don't need toiletries, because when you're coming here, there are so many shops, and it's really affordable. So all those close up, all those soaps, all those stuff, you don't really need them, trust me. So probably what you might probably want to pack in terms of toiletries or skincare, all those things are probably are hard to find over here, like shea butter, mango butter. If you're into organic stuff, organic cream, organic soap, black soap, all those things that you know are hard to find here, or you have a special kind of soap, special kind of cream, you might want to bring all those things. Because like here, if you want to get shea butter, I usually buy is like very small for £5.99, and sometimes they come, it's not original, it's not genuine. So you might want to consider bringing all those African Kinscale if you're into them. So you might probably want to pack those ones. Another thing you should not bring, guys, you see stationaries like pen, pencil, crayon, whatever stationaries, you might not really want to bring them, because they are everywhere here. You will buy them. It's really affordable. Another thing you might not want to bring, I know probably you're a student, you're coming to study, you might want to bring textbook, you might want to bring jotter, exercise book, stuff like that. Trust me, guys, you do not need them, because when you're here, most of their studies is done online. Most of your research, most of your assignment, you're going to do them online, and you won't even need all these books, all these textbooks. There are libraries. So trust me, you don't want to load your bag with so many textbooks, because at the end of the day you might not end up using them. You might probably want to come with maybe one jotter, one journal, you know, to just help you kickstart your academic journey. So it's highly recommendable. So you could, you know, come with few to just start, because I know probably it might take time before you get to know places, get to know shops and all that. So you might just want to come with few to just help you till you finally settle in. Another thing, if you're a parent, trust me, you do not want to pack your children's clothes, because they will not wear them. Clothes here, children clothes are really affordable. You could get them from charity shops, you could get them from, you know, Facebook market, all over, everywhere in UK. They are children's clothes. So you don't want to, you know, fill your boxes with children's clothes, because it would end up taking space. But trust me, you're going to buy all those things when you come here. Another thing you should pack, trust me, is food stuff. Yes, guys, I said it with my food chest. I like food. I'm a foodie, so you might want to bring food stuff. Load your bag with food stuff instead of bringing clothes and all that. Use that space to load food. Food is really expensive here, guys. Trust me. I know there are so many African shops. You can get anything you want, but trust me, you might want to load your bags with food stuff, ranging from spices, all these you know, African spices, all those iru, locust beans, all those your special African spices, pepper soup spices. You might want to bring them. You see all these leaves, bitter leaf, all these osisa leaf, ugu, afang leaf. You might just want to dry them very well, pack them very well in a transparent box, arrange them very well. Is allowed. You can bring all those ones. And if you want to bring more those dry meat, shaki, whatever meat, whatever, dry fish, stock fish, big prawns, trust me, guys, you really need those food stuff. So you might want to bring them, but in terms when you're packing them, pack them very well, because you might not want things to, you know, pour when you're, you know, come here, everything is messed up. So you might just want to take time, package them, make them, rearrange them very well in your box or in your bag, whatever means you're using. So you might want to do it. Another thing you should bring is ogbono, egusi. I got this one for £2.50. So it's really expensive. You might want to consider bringing this one. Arrange them. If you want to grind them. If you want to, you know, bring them like as it is, you might, you know, consider, you know, packing them very well. Like this Maggi is really expensive. You might want to bring them and all that. So that's it. Another thing, guys, you shouldn't miss bringing is crayfish. You see, crayfish is really expensive here. And sometimes you might not really see the one that tastes like a crayfish. Sometimes you cook it, you might not really taste it. This kind of, African, Niger crayfish. So you might consider bringing crayfish. And this one is like £2.50. They are really expensive, and you might consider bringing them. Crayfish is not heavy, so you might want to stock up your bag with crayfish, stockfish, dry fish, any type of food stuff. Bring. But you see, things like this, like beans, I got this one for £12.99. It's really expensive. But in case when you're packing food stuff like this, like beans, you might not really want to bring something like that because they are weighty. They might end up, taking the weight, taking the space. But you might just consider bringing something small to use for the meantime, till when you start working, till when you start making money. Definitely you're going to buy them because they are food. They are, you really need them. And they are everywhere in all African shops, so you probably see them. They are everywhere. So another thing, this is gari is really expensive too. I bought it for £12.99. I've used it. So guys, when you're packing those things, don't bring gari, just bring small. Bring, you see, yam might even spoil before you get here, so you might consider bringing, just don't bring yam. But you see all those light things, fish, meat, all those ones, you might really want to consider bringing them. You see, another thing you should bring, guys, you see, wig, anything hair, bring it, guys. Wig is really expensive. I used to think that when I come to UK, I'll buy wig. They're everywhere, cheap and all that. Truth be told, wig are not really cheap here, so you might consider buying wig. Stock up your bag with wigs. If you like wigs, if you like attachment, expression, you might want to stock up your bag with the expression, attachment, crochet, anything that has to do with hair. You might really want to buy them and bring them because it's very expensive. And sometimes that you can buy online from eBay, Amazon, they are not original. That's it, guys. They are not original, and you end up wasting your money. But if you're buying it by yourself in Nigeria, you will know the quality. You get to know the type, different varieties of wig, attachment, whatever you want. So it's easy. You buy them and bring them here. Another thing you might consider buying is all these AK products, like if you're into natural hair stuff like that, you might want to bring all those your natural organic hair products because they are really scarce here in the UK. So you might want to buy them and bring them. Another thing you might probably want to buy, if you're a mom of kids, you might want to buy all these hair accessories that you use to beautify your girl's hair, your daughter's hair, your baby's hair. They are really expensive here. So and sometimes you might not really see nice and affordable beads. You might also want to bring all those ones. You see, another thing you might probably want to bring is all this Brazilian wool to make your daughter's hair. They are very expensive here, and sometimes you might not really see them. You have to buy them online, so you might consider buying all these things and bringing. Is really important, guys. So another thing that you should not bring when you're packing your things, I think, is palm oil. You see, palm oil, I don't think most flights accept it, but some people argue that you can freeze it and bring it. But for me, I don't think it's a good idea, because number one, if you don't know how to pack it, you end up messing all your bags, messing up your document, messing up everything for you. So if I were you, I want to avoid palm oil. But every other thing aside what I've mentioned, you will definitely get them here. Their shoes, their bags, you will buy all those things here. So you probably, what I think you should probably consider more is food stuff. You need to buy food stuff because food stuff is very expensive, and you want to eat probably before it might take time before you get a job, before you settle in to know where to buy all these things. So food is really very important, guys. If you even come to UK without bringing food, I will probably send you back. So you need food. So that's it, guys. And probably drugs. If all these drugs like paracetamol, all those multivitamins drugs, protein drugs, you might probably want to bring them, because here they don't really give out drugs like that. So everything is based on recommendation and all that. So you might want to bring all those drugs, like all those you know, our type of drugs, paracetamol, multivitamins, all those babies drugs, stuff like that. If your baby is on, you might want to bring it because it will help you before you get to register in the hospital or do all those things. So guys, that's just it. So if you like this video, please subscribe, turn on your notification, and just be part of my YouTube family, and I'll see you in the next video.